Imagine searching through millions of records. Vectors enable advanced mathematical operations. You can perform complex arithmetic, compare similarities, and do interactive calculations. Today we will go through a quick demo for PineCone database. Let's go to the demo with the PineCone. So if you go to app.pinecone.io, so you can land into this kind of portal. After you do the registration, so you can log in. So after you log in, this is my free tier. You can also utilize the free tier, which has capability to serve only one project at a time. So this is my project, semantic search first. I'll show in very details how we have created. We'll delete it and then we'll start building from beginning. There is the key factor is the key, the API keys that we need to find out from here. We can copy and we can utilize the key to create indexes, search indexes, and anything that we wanted to do with the database. Now there is a quick guide. If you click on the connect, so you can see this is quick guide that we can utilize to have searches. For today's demo, I'm using an example. So this is also PineCone IO examples. You can find the link in their example dashboard. And we are using today, there is one. So let's go there and search. Let me just reconnect and we'll search from there. All right, so first let's quickly go through the PineCone client. So it will install the PineCone client and the datasets. So we'll be using a sample dataset. We'll go through that quickly. So it's still installing the PineCone client. Let's go to the dataset. So this is one dataset. Let me try to download the dataset quickly. So this dataset is a number of questions. Now the goal for this exercise is to find out if I search some questions, what are the questions those are similar to the questions that I'm searching. So it has, I think, 80,000 or 8,000 questions in this sample database, so we can utilize that, and based on that we will do that. Now while it is performing, okay, it has 80,000 questions. Okay, so once this is done, I'll come back again. So once the data is loaded, let me pause that for now. Okay, my data is now loaded. So after the data load, you can see this kind of text is there. So these are the different questions that we have, and it's vectorized from. These are the vectorized from. And if you go to the lane of this data, so it's more of the 80,000 data sets that we have. Next is we are trying to understand what kind of environment we are using. So for me, I'm still using the free version, which is serverless at this point. So we are using serverless version here. Now these are the keys and the environment. So for the environment perspective, this is a GCP starter. If you are using some existing environment like Azure, AWS, or GCP, you can utilize that. You can go to the marketplace and purchase it, and you can utilize. Or you wanted to do a little bit of R&D, you can directly go to their site and create the starter version. So this is the starter version, the free version that I'm using with the key. Now this is the name of the index. So we are creating the index here. If it is existing, that's fine. Otherwise, we are creating the index here. Now after that, what we are doing, we are trying to push all these 80,000 data to the index. So while it is inserting or upserting, then let me go back to the console and I'll show you the console. So this is how this project got created, and it's green, it's live. So if I can go into that, you can see this is the environment. Now within that, you can search with the vector. So you can generate the vector, you can search with the vector. This is one of the sample that you will get. Now say for example, I wanted to see top 100 matches for this particular vector, and you can see all of these here. So these are the text. These are the text that has the matching result that you can see. So it's kind of quick screen to interact with your database that you can utilize. Or the Python is more of a the preferable method by which you can interact with the database. So we'll do that. Let me go back to this, and it's still working. So let's wait a little bit. Once it is done, I'll come back. Let me pause for now. Okay, so it's done now. All the datas are there. So now if I can go to the next step, which is just finding out the whether you're using GPU, CPU, and also this is the model that we are planning to use. As I said, there are different models that we can utilize. For this database, we are using this sentence transformers model. The only thing is, whatever model that we'll be using to convert those text to vector or image to vector or audio to vector, the same mechanism that we need to also do when we are searching. So that text vector should be the same. So we are, as you see, this is kind of pipeline of this model sentence transformer, and we are using this part model. Now let's do that. So this is the query. I want to search among 80,000 data that we have, the semantic search that we are planning to do. So let's start it. So what it does, it will encode the query and it will get a vector. Now here we are getting top 5. This is more of the query, index query that we are doing in PineCone database, and based on that, PineCone is giving us back top 5 results. We can change it to 10, 100, whatever you like. So now, as you see, based on this query, which city has the highest population in the world? Similar search it did with the vector and figure it out. There are these kind of text has very similar, like what's the world's largest city, what is the biggest city, what are the world's most advanced cities. These all came as a semantic search, and you can see a score. The higher, close to 1 will be the better. So at this point we can say it's more of the 78% is confident about this search. Now, very similar way, if we remove, just parse this JSON to a kind of text, so we can see a little bit better way, same result. We can also search other ways, like which metropolitan has the highest number of people, and you can see similar kind of score and what are the similarities on other text as well. So that is it from the demo perspective, and let me know if you think different way or if you have any questions, queries. Thank you so much.